She got they.
You
got
over here breathing.
Why
on
are
this
you doing anything to this?
And you listening to some Master Splinter looking at.
But the dancing was interesting. I'm like, I wonder what Johnny Depp thinking, bro. Is he even watching this?
Bruh,
shit?
Hercules is out. Whole episode
2.
Yeah,
did that too, and I'm just like, bruh, like.
But yeah,
and when you look at her face, you can see like,
yeah,
look like daddy.
I don't know, it was gonna look. I was like, man, this is weird. Turn it off.
That's why I'm like, bro,
but
I'm seeing Jack Sparrow, Lou.
Oh shit!
Edward Scissorhands. What's going on here?
Sweetie Todd in that one.
The Frames Per Second podcast.
What's going on? It's your boy Nick. I am here with Kenneth Biange.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Oh man, that don't sound good.
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Usually, because niggas know if I hit the kid first, we running a tight ship right here.
That's
this the executive level.
Yes.
But that voice that you're hearing is Spike Lou, obviously family at this point. You got the key to that crib, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Make yourself at home. You can look at the fridge and
we
shit.
hit you up when we going out of town so you can get the mail. Spike Lou, the On Deck TV podcast, and Another Week in the Books. How you doing, man?
What up, though? Happy to be here.
And you're now tuned into the Frames Per Second podcast. And in this episode, we are continuing on with, I'm not even going to say with our weekly recaps because I still don't know what we're about to do with this, but we're going to continue on with our individual recaps. I guess it's a hit because the Weeknd trying to promote it like it is. Hit HBO or hit Max.
HBO is too.
Well, I don't know what is HBO.
What?
It's
They
Max.
got to.
Yeah. Hit Max original series starring The Weeknd, titled The Idol, with this recap being dedicated to episode 2 titled Double Fantasy. Can I ask you this last week? Is this a week-to-week show? What was your answer last week? And has that changed?
It is not a week-to-week show.
So you didn't enjoy episode 2?
I did not. It is actually getting worse.
We'll say that. Lou, the first time we talked about this, I did not think I would hear you say that I watched episode 2 because you said you got up out of there in the first 10 minutes when trying to watch the premiere episode. So what has been your overall thoughts on the series so far?
It's interesting and mildly interesting. I don't mean interesting in the sense of every Sunday I'm waiting to tune in, but it is interesting in like the different characters. There's different pacing, how information gets processed, like somebody's talking about it in the corner and then it's over there happening. So there's some interesting tactics as far as just making a TV show that I like about it, but there's not a character that's interesting. Like there's nothing about the show that's really interesting other than the formatting of it.
It's interesting the way you describe how you're getting through this show, Lou, because I feel like I'm in the same way. I like the way the show, and I said this last episode, I like the way it looks.
It looks good.
I like the way it sounds, and I like the way it feels as far as just like being in a different perspective, like the high-end, rich perspective of what these pop stars go through. But the story itself is like, I think, Ken, you reminded me when we were talking about Succession, you was like, somebody got to die. Because you was like, it's too much talking. And at this point, it's just like, for me, it's not like somebody has to die. It's just more of like, there is no excitement about what's to come next. Because like you said, Lou, I can see some shit happening a mile away, but like, am I excited about what is that, like, where is that going to lead to? Like, I'm not really, because the only character that I may care about, which is the main character, Lily, or her real name is Lily, but in the character Jocelyn. I mean, we start off this episode seeing Nikki, who's probably my favorite character at this point, because she is just an asshole. And
love her,
and
dude.
she keep it a bean, like she keep it a full bean, even though it's disgusting what she says sometimes. She is honest. I don't know if she mentioned that her mama died in the first episode.
Did she mention it?
I don't know
if it was in the
scuttlebutt.
I don't know if it was the mom. I can't remember.
You keep trying to put scuttlebutt in this program. It ain't going, bro.
I think the overall thing was that she had mental issues about something.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the mom though.
Yeah, because I don't remember, because they mentioned it heavy in this episode,
yes.
obviously, and I feel like there was just kind of like, I feel like instead of having breadcrumbs to a good story, we getting loaves of bread, a whole table, a knife and fork,
The buffet.
peanut butter right there, jelly right. It's like, obviously you want me to make a sandwich. Like it's kind of like it's too obvious that you're leading me. Like, cause it's like they just, it's so obvious. Like I don't know what kind of story they really want to tell. Like if you want to tell an obvious story, you could do that, and still be creative. But like this way, it feels like it's trying to be smarter than what it is. And I'm bringing that up because with the mother thing, it's like they keep mentioning it and they keep giving, and even to that point, that little breakdown at the video shoot was kind of like, all right, bro, y'all doing too much. Like we get it. Her mama, like she lost the mama. Like it's like she had to literally say it.
For the mom.
Yeah, like we got it when her manager was sitting by the bedside saying, all right, yeah, I lost my mama a year ago too. Or like the first year I lost my mama, it was hard for me too. Like it was like, all right, we got it. Then she had to. It was just like, okay, like is there anything else to this story outside? Like, is there other ways we can pull out this character, or there's other things that we can bring out of this situation? But yeah, you took out like all that heavy breathing was unnecessary.
Yep.
But the song I fucked with. There's another song I fucked. There's another like.
I was gonna get to that. I was gonna get to that. I was gonna wait. I don't want to ruin it.
But what did y'all think about Nicki in this episode?
That's the white woman, right? That's the nasty old,
The nasty old.
I love her, man. Cause
She the star of the show.
Yeah. She is the best person. I'm with you. She is the best person on the show to me. Because when she cussed her ass out,
she was like, you think you got a bigger dick than me? Like,
all right, let's pull him out.
She was like, yeah, I'll just leak the shit. She thought she was going to, like, bitch, let me play that out for you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how much money you going to cost us.
It's just the Weeknd and her talking. It's just boring as shit. It's just dull as shit. His voice.
He was playing the fuck out of her, but
he was.
Do y'all think he's doing a good job
of acting? I don't think he's doing a horrible job. I just don't think that
because it's weird.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's weird to me because I'm not sure if he acts like that in real life or he's actually being this character. Because I ain't followed a lot of his interviews. I ain't heard him talk a lot in person. It seems like that he may be doing a good job to me because I'm like, this is weird ass nigga. So is the Weeknd this weird or is he just playing this weird?
Well,
I couldn't even answer that.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't watch any of his interviews, but yeah, I mean, as soon as she picked up the phone, he was like, "I'm alone" or something.
It was a room full of people.
Yeah, it was a room full. I was like, that's very familiar. Just like you just said, just straight lie to people.
Straight line.
And it's almost like they were trying to say, give us some indication that this is not a good dude at all, and he's just gonna lie and scheme and manipulate his way.
Yeah, he's a monster.
He's
clearly a monster.
Which kind of was a setup for what we found out later.
They don't understand how deep he is into their organization.
Exactly. Already.
Yeah, facts.
Already.
Because we got the assistant, the main chick, and now this other chick who they recruiting to be the next.
They don't even know it.
Like they don't even know that he ain't.
They over here worried about Johnson. They need to be worried about all this, the whole organization, and that's usually how shit falls apart anyway.
I loved how when dude was she was explaining it to dude, and he was like, "That's his first name and his last name, and he from Hawaii."
That's all I was gonna ask you, kid. What did you think of that conversation? How man with Destiny?
I loved it only
that was so good, bro.
Because wasn't Destiny? Is that her friend name?
Yeah, the black girl.
No, not okay. The white
Leah,
girl. Leah. Because Leah kept saying he's a person of color. He was like, black. You can say black.
You can say black. The first thing he said was like, "Is he Hawaiian?" Like she was like, "I don't think he's from Hawaii." He was like,
he got arrested.
She was like, "What he look like?" She was like, "She got long hair." He was like, "That sound like somebody from Hawaii."
My nigga was trying to understand.
But
He
she
was like,
but
"Wait, is he Samoan or like what?"
She was like, "He ain't Hawaiian." She was like, "Is he black?" Just say he black.
I need to know. You fucking around. Shit, we in a fucking corner at the fucking warehouse.
Hey, that's why I like dude. I like dude.
Nah, it's real. I love it from her perspective because she's trying to be respectful, but at the same time, she knows she can easily answer his question.
And that's why I like how he was like, "Man, come the fuck on, man. Just say he black, dude."
Oh man. Yeah, that shit was funny.
Facts.
The shit that was creepy though, is we cut to the next scene and we see Lou, your homeboy, Isaac, got a shock collar around his neck, thrusted in front of white women. Like
taking instructions from another nigga.
Bro, another nigga who telling you your thrust ain't thrusting enough. It was a
pause the whole situation,
the whole
bro.
scene
Jesus
was
Christ.
pause worthy.
God, man.
But we had to watch. So what did you think?
That's when I was convinced it was the coach.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That was the confident cult.
Okay, this some weird cult shit. He's gonna take over her mind. Like, I don't know where this about to go. Like, that's when I thought that. I was like,
you know what I knew it was a cult? When I seen that dark skinned nigga with blonde hair. I was like, if you following a rat tail, man, it's a cult.
We didn't know they were
affiliated. We didn't know Isaac and Diane were. We knew Isaac was a part of the Weeknd.
On the phone.
But Diane, we didn't know Diane was there. But then when we see the Diane connection while Isaac is there, that's when it makes even more sense. Like, oh, like you mentioned, Lou, like Teddy's been infiltrating this shit.
Niggas.
Like, he got everybody. Yeah. Like, he got his
I'm getting them mixed up, but go ahead.
His other client, he got his other client, Isaac fucking Leah, who was his biggest problem if you think about it, because she from day one was like, nigga, don't fuck with him. And remember, he had a conversation. He was like, oh, she's your best friend and your assistant. Like,
right.
She's a double whammy. Like,
but I think the scene at the end kind of sealed it that she was going. She done fell in love with.
Oh yeah, I mean, she fell in love with the nigga when
she got the magic stick.
Bro, when he was over here talking to her in gold pants, I'm like, oh, this nigga got her.
But I like that, even though she was like falling for it, she was still like
skeptical.
Wait a minute. Wait, you're signed to him?
Right.
Like, she was still asking questions.
She asked her questions.
Because at first I thought she was just gonna be like, oh no, there's some weird shit going on here. Let me go holler at old girl.
She wanted to get that back blown out.
I was gonna say I didn't understand if he convinced her and she was just trying to get railroaded. I didn't know which one it was.
It was like, oh, okay, y'all really crazy.
I'll take care of this tomorrow.
Right.
But while we're here,
I'm going to make sure I say something tomorrow, but since you're here. Yeah, that was funny.
A day ain't going to hurt. You know
right. We can finish this up real quick.
She was getting her back blown out, boy. Any other thoughts on this episode?
No, I'm still... we had a good conversation about it. That made it more interesting, but I don't know if I'm week to week with it.
That's maybe what the show is like. Yeah. The themes are good conversations.
Good conversations, but yeah.
Well, it's only 6 episodes. Thank God.
Those are our thoughts on this episode of The Idol. Please let us know what you guys think. FPS Podcast is the Reddit thread. But we'll catch you on the next episode. We out. Peace.